Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Cow Corner Dugout. We're here about 27 minutes earlier than usual. We start at 11 p.m., but given the way the game's going, we thought it'd be easier to do a watch along of the final stages of this game. Punjab taking on Sunrisers Hyderabad, and it's nowhere near the contest that happened earlier in the tournament. But to talk about that, we have the usual suspects, Trinay and Neera. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
And whoa, the hello is not even. It's like energy's gone. Hello, you tired of the IPL already?
Fed up.
Not exactly. For the first time in 4 days, we will have points. We'll have a change in the points
Shift.
table. Let's say. Yeah. Neerav's
So
observation.
SRH goes first.
Yeah.
Do
I mean, if they win,
No, do they have a better net
They-
run rate than?
how does that matter? They have more points.
I,
Oh yeah,
I heard
they
you
go to
saying
14. Yeah, Punjab's on 13. Yeah, I forgot about the draw.
I heard you saying nut run rate, and okay, it's your net run rate. Yeah, these jokes are too much.
This is the points table as it currently stands, I think.
With 13.
Or is this old?
Yeah.
Is this an old one?
No. This is I think where it is, and I think these guys will CSK are,
CSK
are
9
on
games.
8.
No.
Yeah,
So this is an old one. Sorry.
I think it's the old one. It's an old one. CSK are on 10.
Yeah.
I'll just bring up the current.
This is good
Nitish
bowling
Kumar
from
Reddy seems to
Sunrisers.
be. Nitish seems to be out with some sort of cramp or something, calf strain maybe.
Uh,
Ishan Malinga has been a great find for them. Certainly, Sunrisers look
yes.
like the team that everybody wants to beat. The dominance that we thought Punjab would have and RCB would have. Now, towards the latter half, we're seeing that some of these teams are actually not so invincible as we thought they are.
It happens middle of the season when they regroup and take that final. So it's a 10 at 10 after 10 games is when the table usually settles. And then those top four kind of make it
Actually, it
stronger.
makes it interesting that any of the teams can beat any of the other teams. So here we are, the current points table, which is correct right now with CSK on 10 points from 10 games. And
There.
what do we see?
Okay. Hold on. Did you?
So in this points table, what we're seeing here is that PBKS will today stay after 10 games on 13. SRH, they've played that one extra game. So PBKS would have played 10. SRH would have played 11. So SRH would technically go top of PBKS, but with one game having played more. So that's where we're looking at the points table. That would mean SRH goes first, PBKS second, RCB third, and then RR and GT. They're going to be respectively fourth and fifth. No changes to their positions. But yes, quite the change in PBKS, being upstaged from their previous position. Because I've seen PBKS as that team that's almost like undefeatable. But yeah, this last 3-4 days has been a little tough on
Isn't
PBKS.
this their third straight loss?
Yes, this is their third straight loss.
They were 6 and they were 5 and 6 with the one draw,
Wait,
and
wait,
now
wait, wait.
lost three in a
PBKS.
row.
What does this thing say? I think the cow corner logo is coming, so I'm not able to see the.
They've lost three in a row. I'm fairly confident. They lost their
Yeah,
Wait, when
previous
did
one.
they?
they have lost three in a row. Yeah.
3 in a row? Okay. I
Yes.
wait. Well, what was their first loss against?
RR. Then you have GT. Then now you have SRH.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that's like quite a three losses on the trot. Because I remember the GT loss, the PBKS RR. When did it happen? Last Wednesday? I don't remember the game at all.
Yeah, neither
Do you
do I.
guys?
I remember
Wait,
Sai Sudarshan
PBKS.
right round.
I remember
No, that's
Stoinis having to hit in the end to
62
give
or
you like
22
a.
balls. Oh, I
The
remember that game now. I
human
remember
check
that
day.
game now. Yeah, so I think they had scored 200 odd plus, but RR came and chased that
Chased it.
target pretty
Donovan
easily.
Ferreira and
Yeah,
Donovan Ferreira
Donovan
chased it.
Ferreira had to come in and hit.
Now I remember that game. Right, right. Quite a lot has changed for PBKs in the last 1 week. Then they've had 3 losses, and they just had It reminds me of PBKS, or rather, it was Kings 11 Punjab back then under Ravichandran Ashwin. They were also almost through to the playoffs, and then they lost 6 out of 6. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
They were
2019.
6
124,
matches in a
right?
row. They won
19.
6 in a
2018,
row. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
they won 6
Was
in
it
a row,
18?
and then they couldn't buy another win.
When was
18.
And
Ashwin
then they
captain?
got
Ashwin was 18, right?
yeah. Ashwin and Rahul
Either,
both captains that year, I think.
Ashwin,
either
I don't
18
think
or
was in Rajasthan. I think it was in Punjab or
No, I
Yeah,
said Punjab
Punjab
only.
only.
Kings 11
This
Punjab.
was
yeah,
they
yeah.
were talking about Punjab.
Okay. So, Dorian, thank you for using your laptop. You suddenly upgraded from 240p to 480p. There's still a lot of scope for improvement as we try to
If
figure
this
out.
light was on, it would have still been 240p. So the light is switched off behind me.
Okay.
So where does the table go from here, gentlemen? Who do you think will take the top 2 spots, and who do you think will, 3 and 4?
I think it's made it
It is
so
open to
open
an extent.
I think it'll stay
because
amongst
you're
these four only.
The top
Although
5 all have
GT is making
the
a
top.
late surge,
Yeah,
but GT is basically playing the top four in their coming games, I think.
I mean they've just beaten the quote-unquote strongest of the top 4, which is Punjab.
Their next
So
4 games are against Rajasthan, Sunrisers, KKR, and Super Kings.
Super Kings is probably their freest point, but
no,
besides
you
that,
never
yeah,
know.
it is an
You
uphill
never know.
battle.
That's what you
You
thought
never
last year
know.
also. Last year, towards the end, they lost to CSK, and that affected their net run rate. If you remember,
I
it was like
think
a
if they
heavy.
had, so sorry for interrupting. I think if they had won that match, they would have also moved above RCB, and I would have
Yes.
pushed RCB to third. I think.
Damn it! So we
GT was
indirectly
top of
gave
the
RCB
table.
the first title.
GT was top of the table till 13 games. Then they finished third because of
Oh, my
that
beautiful
loss.
franchise,
It was
CSK. What have you
such
done?
a epic loss that they went third on net run rate also.
Oh my god.
That no, they had 1 point less than Punjab and Bangalore, who I think had a rained out game because
Probably.
Punjab and Bangalore ended on 19 points last year.
Yeah. What's going on with the fielding here? We've just seen
I
a
don't
drop
know.
catch. There
Punjab are
was
less
one with Lockheed as well.
self-immolating. There's so many drop catches, right? Four or five
Yeah,
drop
I think
catches.
that was the difference in the two teams. I think
Yeah,
SRH picked up some good catches, and RC, Punjab just kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, they dropped dollies. All 4 catches were quite,
I
not
think UC Chahal had 2 catches dropped on his
Yeah.
overs.
2
2
catches and a
catches and a
stumping also,
stumping.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, because Prabh Simran also failed to collect the ball. So
So that's
it's just
5
been
major chances that went down. And yeah, that could be the difference as well. And you could see Yuzi Chahal, he was, devastated. Each time a chance of his went down or the stumping, he'd just go down and hope he was anywhere else but that field, that moment. Uh, for once, we
But I
saw
think this
Punjab's
is
openers go out early. Yeah, go on.
no. I think this has been, as you said, right now it's been happening for 3 games that Punjab has not looked the best side on the park. Even in the power play for a team like Punjab, this is the first time that I'm seeing, they being significantly. Even in the last game, if you remember the SRH Punjab game, it was played in Mullanpur. 8 overs, 120. SRH started very well, but Punjab pulled it back in the middle overs. Here in the middle overs, I think from 79 for one, they were 182 for three at the end of 16.
Yeah,
So
largely
they had
because
like
of
a
those 5 catches. But it's not
Yeah,
like
right.
I mean, it's not like Ishan Kishan and Klassen got away. Both were like at 150, 160 strike rate, right? Which you'd expect them
To
to
anyway
be in the
have
200 range. Yeah, so I think actually, I mean, either it was a tougher pitch to bat on than the openers made it look like, because even Nitish Reddy came and slammed at 200 plus, right? So I feel, I mean, when Henry Klassen gets in, then he rarely scores below a strike rate of 200. And he was middling. I mean, it was 50 of 37 balls, I think, if I'm not wrong. And then of 35, 36 balls. And then he, last over, he got a 6 and a 4. So he ended with 69 of 43 at a strike rate of 160, which isn't
Yeah.
vintage Klassen or even Klassen earlier in the season. So I feel, I mean, I couldn't make out whether the pitch was a belter or not. Or,
But when you look at the total dot balls, right? The dot ball percentage for Punjab is 23%. Sorry, for Sunrisers it's 23%. For Punjab it's 44%. It's almost like double. So, and for a game where they are chasing in due, is that a fair assumption to do? Did you guys
No, there is no
see
dew.
any? No due?
There is no dew. No sign
No.
of dew.
Okay. So in that case, with all the cracks on the wicket, it might have got tougher to bat on with the
Possibly
usual.
it's slowed up. Yeah. Possibly. I can't say.
And because this is the first, I mean, I've seen that the number of dot balls that are otherwise bowled. If two of your teammates are bowling 10 or 11 dot balls in a 4 over spell, then that team more often than not wins. And I've seen Ishan Malinga have 11 dot balls so far. Pat Cummins has bowled 10 in a 3 over spell. Ishan Malinga has also just bowled a 3 over spell only. Because last time when RR played KKR, Nareen and Varun Chakravarti had 10 and 11 dots in a 4 over spell. So I think once you're able to deliver that kind of a performance, I think it calls for a victory. And whenever you're a 235 chase, when you are behind with so many dot balls, it becomes very tough to come back from there. And I think today after the bad start, they just weren't able to come back. Though Marcus Stoinis came at 5 and he was trying to smash the ball, but there's not really so much that some of these batters can do. Marcus Stoinis or Shedgay, who rescued them in the last game, couldn't you know really wholesale rescue them. They got out at a certain point. And yeah, it's been a very disappointing performance by Punjab Kings. But what it's done is it's opened the table. So I don't think we're looking at one team scoring 20 or 19 points and the rest qualifying at 13, 14. Looks like
But
there's a bad.
these two, either which way, there were 2 points only between them, right? So one team would have gone ahead and one team not. If you look back at the table, I mean, let's say Punjab is at 13 points after 10 games, and SRH would be 14 after 11. So potentially both teams could get 18 plus. And it looks like one of them will.
Right.
What this does
And
is it reduces the chance of, everybody at the start of the season of the first 7 games, they were like, oh, Punjab RCB first and second. Because of this 3-match slide, and RCB
Yeah.
has taken allowed to themselves as well, there is a chance that an SRH can move to
SRH could
finish
squeeze
first.
into
Yeah,
first or two.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
possible.
Or maybe even an
uh,
RR or GT. Very outside chance though.
yeah, so very quickly, guys, there's a question that's coming up from Bhargav Sani. Who are your top four as of today? I'm going to go with PBKS, RCB, SRH, and maybe GT.
So SRH has a game against RCB at home, right? Um, that is both their final
Yeah,
fixture
it's
on.
actually tough for RCB that way because they are having very tough opponents as their last two games, whereas CSK have comparatively easier games. But CSK would require to bat a lot out of their skin because they've just been dependent on Sanju Samson in four of their victories, and that one victory came with MI where Sanju didn't fire. So I think
But to be
as a
fair, RCB has also got LSG, MI, and KKR, right? It's only the last two games they face Punjab and Sunrisers. But I think so. I mean, RCB could very well make their spot in the next three games, right? If they win
correct,
two
correct.
handsomely,
Yeah.
16 with a good net run rate, they could just be clear and then fight for the top two in the last two games. One of those wins should deliver RCB a top two spot.
I think
True.
RCB might finish with about 18, 16 to 18 points. More likely to finish with 18, given that if they win their next three games, even if they falter in one of those games, they get to 16, which
I'm
is
saying three
still
out
good
of
enough.
five. 3 out of 5 makes them 18, right?
Correct.
So that
Yeah.
would at this point look like a top two spot.
That is definitely a top two spot. So RCB have the lesser of the worries amongst the teams here. But CSK,
Yeah.
if you have to
Let's
basically
see
talk about them
what
four,
are RR
let's
doing.
assume they bottle
They have
one
4
game
left.
and they win three. Yeah, the max CSK ICC CSK getting is they will definitely lose one game here. So if they get to 16, it might still not be enough. So CSK has a very, very outside chance. It depends. Some of these top teams need to stumble equally, such that. But I think they will still get. Most of these top teams will get to 16. So CSK could just be with that real
So
outside chance.
RR has 4 games. 3 of them are against lower ranked teams, which is Delhi, Lucknow, and Mumbai, and one against Gujarat Tigers, which is the one coming up day after tomorrow. Uh, the over the
Yeah,
weekend.
but I
So
think Delhi lost the last game again. I mean, sorry, Rajasthan lost their last game against Delhi, right? Uh,
yeah, but you'll
Anjali.
still fancy an RRO over Delhi, at Kotla, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, on form and on, I mean, those boundaries are far too small for Suryavanshi. So
Fair enough.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Steve
Steve
by
Boyce.
his comments always on CSK winning or qualifying. You've been right most of the occasions, and yeah, I'll be happy if CSK somehow managed to squeak in fourth. But right now, it's a very interesting points table. And as we speak, they're 142 for 6 in 16 overs. Punjab Kings. They required 94 of the last 4 overs. The only ever time I remember somebody scoring 94 in the last 4 overs was, I think, in an ODI. Ross Taylor scored that many runs versus Pakistan in Palakile in 2011 in a World Cup game. And this was a 50-over game. It turned out to be Shoaib Akhtar's last ever ODI. But that said, crazier things have happened.
did AB de Villiers in that famous
West
inning
Indies,
score 100 in the last 5 overs himself?
yeah,
I think
that
he
whole
did.
knock was what, 130,
He came
140.
150 something, right? He came in into the bat in the 41st over. He scored 150.
Fuck. Next
Yeah,
level.
149 of this 44. Yeah,
Oh my god.
So I have a
I
feeling he
did they play
himself
that
scored
game in
100 in the last
Johannesburg?
time. Wherever they played it. I remember the pink uniforms. They were
it
going
was
on.
in Johannesburg, I think, and he had 16, what, some 15, 16 odd sixes in that innings.
Yeah.
So the
I guess
question,
looks
yeah, the
like
point is, I
Conley's
think
out.
he, and as we speak, there's another drop that's happening, and it's not just. And as Sunny is asking that question, it's not just PBKS who are dropping; it's even Sunrisers are dropping. But I think with Punjab Kings, I am sure some of their cricketers are having some kind of a issue with confidence. Or somebody like Shashank Singh maybe doesn't want the ball to come to him, and it's kind of visible in with the way he's holding his hand. So there are some basics that are that are going wrong for Punjab Kings in their batting in their whole demeanor, and I think they will have to go work on it, correct on it, because it is these moments. If some part of you is open, it's going to show up even more under pressure when you're playing some of these knockout games. That said, talking
So
about
good thing is
knockout
that
games,
they have now they don't have a game this weekend. They have a game only on Monday, and then I think followed by the next weekend, and then their games are now spread out. So you won't. So I think that's a good thing for a team like Punjab. They need to kind of regroup, chill, take time off the game, do one or two sessions rather than overkill the cricket.
Yeah.
right?
Perhaps it might be a good idea to keep Shashank as an impact sub rather than just put him on the field
And
for.
they're also going to be playing on Dhamshala from now on, right? Their home matches on Dhamshala. So
They have 3 games at Dharamshala back to back.
yeah,
So
so
they're pretty much going to be there for 15 days from tomorrow, which is the 7th, all the way till the 18th. And
yeah,
Man,
17th
I
is their
miss
third.
Dharamshala, man.
Go. Who's stopping
Ah,
you?
no, I am not able to plan and go there now, but Dharamshala has a certain vibe. And I remember just bumping into cricketers, sitting to, coming to cafes late at night. And it's a very,
mhm.
very easygoing vibe.
Not
Yeah,
I
anymore.
was think, I was thinking about going for Dharamshala for the qualifier one because today
qualifier
the
one. Yeah,
so I ended up booking the Ramada Hotel, which is right inside the Narendra Modi Stadium. I
you were
thought that
speaking
it'll
about
go
it.
to finals will go to Ahmedabad, and me and a couple of friends on the group just decided to book Ramada Hotel, put our cards in and book it. It's free cancelable. And an hour later, when the news came, we saw that the prices went to about 16,000 rupees a night.
Sell it, black. Sell it in black.
Do the Chimpak at this point. You know what
Do
could be more
do
profitable
the
than the
Chinna
Chimpak?
Swami thing.
A very advanced
So,
version of ticket selling.
Yeah,
but actually, but actually, the way it works, you need to be there in person to transfer the room to somebody else. Otherwise, it's auto cancelled. So I remember one
I
of
mean,
my friends had, I'll buy
someone
a
is
room
willing to do
15K.
that.
Wow, man. These kids are Gen Z kids have a lot of money, huh?
Yeah, you can just drag him along and be like, I'll write the transfer room to him. Give that the money, move somewhere.
It's probably.
But yes,
I don't know how good the final is going to be considering. Well, last year it was fairly obvious that RCB was going to win, right? I feel over the last 2 or 3 years, ever since 23, which was the CSK GT1, which I think was the last really open final. After that, it's been. You can see who's going to win to some extent. I mean,
It's the
ninety
law of
percent.
averages. It's the law of averages. You have some one very peak final, and then the next few finals are just like completely one-sided. Like 2019 went down to the last ball. 2020 was like you knew Mumbai was gonna win.
2020 was
2021,
clear.
yeah,
21 was also
2021,
clear.
yeah,
A clear winner.
2022 again all clear. Then 2023 peak final goes to the last ball.
Yeah.
2024 you knew was clear. 2025 Shashank Singh tried to make it close, but
He
unfortunately you knew
made it
RCB
look
was going to
closer.
win.
It
Yeah, he
was
made
not.
it
It
look
was never
closer.
close after Shreyas Iyer
it
got
was
out.
never close, man. They bowled so many back of length cutters where they realized that on this pitch it's holding up. RCB executed so well. And for me, it was always a case of Shashank Singh delaying the inevitable. That's it.
These stop.
Yeah, they don't let the uncles talk. Yeah.
The uncles are men
Every
of few words and all of it garbage.
yeah. So the Punjab Kings
The
next few games, they have three games 11, 14, 17 in Dharamshala, and they play one game in Lucknow. Okay, so what did you guys think of the move where now the finals are moved to Ahmedabad, the playoffs moved? Very, very different location for a playoff, right? Mullanpur. Or is it
Yeah,
because I wasn't able to
Dharamshala is good.
I didn't know what to make of it. But is Mullanpur part of Punjab Cricket Association, the new Punjab Cricket Association?
It would be, yeah.
yeah, it would be. It is their
Because
new
any
stadium.
cricket stadium, if it has a cricket association and clubs, right, tickets will go towards that. So I don't know if the IPL has now got to the point saying that, boss, I'm tired of giving these games to established
No, but,
stadiums that have
no, but I
clubs.
can tell you from personal experience in Ahmedabad when I was when I was with
GT.
GT, we had two finals there, and the ticketing was taken care of by BCJ. So we had the responsibility of the home game for the season, but once it went to the playoffs, then we didn't.
Right. Because I'm told, I
Obviously,
think that's what I've seen. Yeah,
obviously
you're right.
the home team and the whatever does have some say or get some, as many as the MLAs would. But generally, it was a BCCI event. So the local status cricket association had very little to do.
Right.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
think
as a
that's what.
formal. Besides the point that Jay Shah was president of both, I think at that time.
No, ever since the Narendra Modi Stadium was renovated, or it has that new carrying capacity, they've tried to shoehorn in quite a few, at least one of the qualifying or one of the
Yeah, because
knockouts
see,
there.
worst case, I mean, it's officially a 1,32,000 capacity. I think 1,08,000 tickets go for commercial sale, right? As far as I remember these numbers, I
Yeah,
could be off by a few thousand. I mean, the worst case scenario is 90,000 tickets will get sold. Worst case scenario, right? And that is still double most of these other stadiums. I mean,
Yeah.
RCB has a
Easy.
31,000 sales capacity. 31. I mean, officially it has a 45 capacity, but I don't think anywhere. I think it's 31, 32 is what tickets which are sold, right?
31 is sale
Uh,
capacity. I'm sorry, but the amount that goes on sale with all these
how much?
MLA things, I think there are about 4,000 tickets going on sale.
yeah, that is
No, no,
true.
no.
With I'll say with
Okay,
Chepok.
well,
Chepok
okay. So it's
always.
public sale. Maybe they go through sale through different, or
Right, right.
their barters or whatever. That is also counted as sale. So what I meant is that 90,000 tickets are sold, stroke bartered, stroke donated, stroke given away, stroke filled, right? So
90K, that's
90,000
about
bums
it.
get in there at the very, very worst case scenario, which is still twice as much as Bangalore can. So I think it makes commercial sense, right? It's a BCCI event. It's not a KSCA event.
Yeah.
KSCA has made everything to, I mean, look at it this way. I mean, I think KSCA is one of the better running cricket associations in India. But having said that, they have nothing to do with RCB success or failure,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
RCB pays them for the stadium,
Correct.
and in lieu has to also give them tickets and also give them MLAs and the government and police and whatever, right? So RCB rents the stadium out effectively and cannot 100% monetize it.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
understand what I'm saying? So therefore, why would they want to do that? Why should a KSCA therefore have the right? It's not like it's RCB stadium. So
Right,
from
right.
a purely commercial perspective, it makes 100% sense. It goes to the bigger stadiums, the finals.
Yeah, fair
No, I
enough.
don't have a problem with Ahmedabad as a city because to me that's the only stadium that has that kind of capacity. And you somehow you're able to sell a marquee event more, and the ticket prices are also far more reasonable. And having been to Ahmedabad in the last couple of finals, I think I've been to about the 23 final IPL, 25 IPL final, and yeah, this year's World T20. I think it's a great place to watch cricket. You get as a fan who is buying tickets off District or Zomato, you actually get access to tickets as opposed
Yeah.
to in Chennai, Bangalore, both which are like my home stadiums. It's very tough to get tickets. It's like a lottery. If somebody doesn't happen to go, then I get that access to tickets. And also, I think within all of the bigger stadiums, Kolkata has maybe the next biggest capacity. But again, even Kolkata also has the state associations and stuff. I don't know if this is becoming a problem only now, but I'm just thinking if you want to play an IPL final in a big system, then maybe we should move away from this whole precedent of the winning side keeps it. Because if the winning side keeps it, do you think you really want to have a IPL final in Dharamshala, which has 15,000 capacity in terms of people staying? Maybe only 10,000 tickets are going to save. So I think this is a question that BCCI has to ask itself. I know it's
No,
given
but
Dharamshala
Dharamshala will
one point.
never. If Punjab is to win the next year's final, they would probably host in Mulanpur.
Mulanpur, yeah.
Okay,
I don't
assuming
know,
you were to
man.
scrap that model, how would you decide where the final goes or where the qualifying, the knockout matches go then? If you were to scrap that format.
I mean, that's been the legacy, right? Except for the years in which the home stadium wasn't available. The first game of the season and the final was held at the venue of the last year's winners. I mean, that was the
But I've actually seen this stat. I saw a tweet today. Somebody put this out, where it's not like it's not only a Bangalore problem right now. It's also happened that in Hyderabad, due to some communal clashes, they moved the final somewhere else. Due
they
to
moved it to
communal
Bangalore that year.
clashes in Mumbai, huh?
Then
Sorry.
they moved that final to Bangalore one year from Hyderabad.
Yeah,
2016.
yeah. Ah.
No,
So
sorry.
that's what I'm saying.
2016
2016 they
SRH
played in
won.
Hyderabad. They played in Hyderabad
Eh,
only.
they- no, no,
Or
SRH
did they?
won.
No, I think
No,
2017 was
2016.
Hyderabad only. 2017, I think it was Hyderabad.
2017 was Hyderabad. Correct.
I
2016 final
think
was
from Chennai, certain finals were
2016
moved.
final was in DY Patil. 2016 final was DY Patil.
No, 2016 final was in Bangalore. I think 2015 they moved it from 2015 Mumbai had won, but they moved it in 2016 because there was a water crisis in Maharashtra, I believe. So because of the
Yes.
water crisis, both Mumbai and Pune had to shift their home venues to Vizag. And then I think CSK also couldn't host a couple of finals because of the
The
three stands
2019
issue.
the 2019 final should have been CSK's because we won it in 18, but it was hosted in Hyderabad, which I think was the previous year's, which was where the 2018 final was, because
The
I
three
don't know.
Yeah. So
stands.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2016 was
It
the
has
Bangalore.
the
three
Yeah, that
three
was the
stands.
stands.
Ben cutting thing. He's right. Steve was right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
the
the whole
But they
IJT
had
point is,
no.
stands.
yeah, it's not on KSC. I'm seeing a lot of fans from Bangalore saying, "What the hell, man? Why does Ahmedabad keep getting all the games?" As much as you have this ire on Ahmedabad, I think this has happened before in the IPL.
It
You know,
happened quite a few
Wankhede,
times.
yeah, quite happened quite a
It's
few
happened
times.
quite a few
It's
times.
fairly common that BCCI decides that okay, fine, due to this problem here, we just move it. That way, BCCI is very quick to find a place, but they make these changes very late in the year.
They
Even
don't.
last year,
They
I know
always
the
have a.
final was in.
They always have a. I mean, the Narendra Modi Stadium is BCCI's home ground, so they can choose to have any matches there whenever they want. Right? It's just
I think, sorry to interrupt. I think a
What is
lot
a
of the
BCCI
IR,
home ground? I don't understand that. Is that like a
it is.
pun on something?
I mean, Jaisha has his
No,
office in there, so like
it's
So
named
yeah,
Is
after
it?
the sitting PM.
I
I mean,
thought
it's
the
named after
BCCI
the
office was
city.
at Wankhede, right?
No, but Jaisha has a
Oh,
personal office
Jesha.
there. I think that I mean, he
Yeah.
used to. I don't know if he still does. But my point is that they can they can turn that stadium around and may host any game they want anytime. It's not like they have to
Right.
take permission from GCA or ask somebody or anything.
None of that natak. Police
हाँ,
चाहिए मिल
it's
जाएगा.
a हो गया.
I think one of the main reasons why a lot of people are saying, "Oh, Bangalore, why are they always hosting it in Ahmedabad?" Because the excuse was the reason given last season was very like weird. Like they said there was a possibility of rain in Kolkata, which
And it
it
rained in
turned out
Ahmedabad.
there was. Yeah, and when they shifted it to Ahmedabad, they said there was a possibility of rain in Kolkata. That's why we are shifting it from Kolkata to Ahmedabad. But on the day that the final happened, there was no rain in Kolkata, and on the day that was scheduled, or on the new day. So ultimately, it just kind of looked like BCI was looking for a reason to move to Ahmedabad. So no matter what was no matter if the reason is actually justified this year, to someone who saw what happened last year, it'll just be like, oh, there is this BCCI moving it again,
No,
which
and to add on to your point, Dorian, sorry to interrupt, but if the 23 final was in Ahmedabad, and rain was predicted, if I'm not mistaken, rain was predicted, and it did rain, and the infamous 2 day final, no, yeah, the
yeah,
2 day final was born, right? And everybody knew
No,
there was going to
23
be rain.
final. No, one sec. 23 final. The rain wasn't predicted on day one.
Nothing. Otherwise, I wouldn't have
No, there
planned my
was
trip.
there was something on
I
the
There
took
was
my flight from Chennai.
nothing.
There was no rain
Nothing.
predicted, man.
There was an incredible sandstorm at 6 in the evening. Like it's just the
Out of nowhere.
entire skyline, the entire whatever as far as the eye could see, it was brown. Right, you couldn't see 5. It was like fog, like brown fog, and it came out of nowhere. Nobody expected it. Nothing happened. We were chilling, waiting for the game to start, and suddenly everything is chaotic. And then rain happens. Then it got shifted, and rain happened. And first day, then it got shifted to the second day, and then the second day also got.
yeah, second day was really it finished at like 2 or 3 in the morning.
yeah.
Yeah, one hell of a final.
The match might have finished
Anyway,
at 12:30. The presentation went on till I think 3 o'clock in the morning.
yeah, I
We
Today
left
was.
is,
only. I
yeah,
was a bunch of CSK fans. We left only after Dhoni said bye to us in the bus, and the CSK bus left the stadium. We left at 5 o'clock from the stadium,
Did you stay in
and at
Ramada
that,
Hotel at that time?
exactly, I didn't stay at Ramada. In fact, that is the spot where I went for walking last time during the World T20 final at night. I saw Varun Chakravarti and Bumrah walking there. So I realized, damn man, that spot in the 2023 final that I was doing, this is it. This is how you access that spot.
Which
So,
year was
so yeah,
this?
now 2023, the CSK thing.
No,
And
you ran into Chakravarti and Bumrah. Which year was that?
that's this 2026
This
March
year,
8th
this
final.
twice.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah,
even the
moving
Kiwi
on.
team, they were just practicing there. Like one of their hats were left behind. So caps, the black cap. So yeah, I think that way the Ramada Hotel is a great place to go
Rena, I
stay
said
in.
I earlier was sorry, finish. I thought you were done.
Go ahead.
Carry on.
So I was
I
saying,
just
yeah,
checked the
Ramada
score.
is a great place to stay. Cooper Connolly, 107, man.
Yeah.
Somebody was just saying
I,
fraud
I,
100.
it is. I mean, it's one of those hundreds. Another 100 in a losing cause. That's been, I think, 7 this year of those.
Yeah,
And then I said
Sanju
they'll
is the
get to
only
80.
one.
They've got past 200. So
Wow.
so it's
They've done well. They've not losing only by 33, so that's not really going to
not
have
even
an
that.
impact on their net runs. Oh yeah, 34, 20, 32, right? 33, correct.
Sanju and Abhishek are the only ones who have hundreds in winning causes this year in the IPL, right? If I'm not mistaken. Every other hundred that has been scored was in losing causes, including this one by Connolly. A little scrappy. I mean, he was dropped a couple of times,
It
but not to take away
well,
from him.
one
Predictions.
simple catch, one tough catch. So the one which the bowler had to run back, that's not, you can't really count that as a catch.
Fair enough.
So with the
Yeah.
Sunrisers winning today, there is some hope or happiness to a large section of Telugu fans and a few section of Tamil fans who have been in mourning because Sunrisers is also the political party that is running in Chennai, the Dravida Munnetra
What?
Kazhagam. It's all the same family, right? So I said that there is
Yeah.
some level of happiness with all the mourning that is going on.
Some people are also fans just for Kavya Maran. Let's not forget. Some people are just fans just for Kavya Maran.
Oh yes, oh yes. But again, here's an interesting question. I don't. I think only Nirav can probably answer this question. Out of the Hyderabad owners, if you had to, look at both these owners, one was Gayatri Reddy from the Deccan Chargers, or
Mhm.
Kavya Maran, or
I
Preeti
can't even
Zinta.
remember. I know she was pretty at that time. She was considered the pretty one, but I can't remember what
Yeah.
she looked like for the life of me. It's been 15
But
years.
given my, yeah, she was beautiful. Given my uncle status, I would still prefer Preeti Zinta. When I
I
say
was about
prefer,
to say that. If you were giving me the two choice, I would have gone to Preeti Zinta and Juhi Chawla.
same. I think a part of us is stuck in the 80s, and I think I'd enjoy like a dinner conversation with them. If I don't know if I would with Kavya Maran, but these are
I
my
want
owners.
Preeti Zinta to win only because I mean, for some time I want to see her happy throughout, right? Because
Right.
for 18, 19 years, I've been seeing her happy, and she radiates great energy when she's happy, and then you feel really sad for her when for so
Doesn't
many years
she
people
jump
get
around
shit.
if one
She
of her batsmen
does,
hits a boundary or something or a
she
wicket
does. She
in the
gets
deep cricket?
excited. She's just a very unbridled, passionate, you know, fan as an
Is it
owner,
like a little?
and
It's
it's
like watching a
the
little
teams.
child.
Yeah, and it's the teams because over the years have been so shitty for her, no, that it's like I feel sorry for her. Basically, I feel let her win once. After that, I'll never support Punjab. But just for that, she deserves it.
No,
For her
man. I think
steadfast loyalty towards her team and embracing cricket with joy.
I don't agree. I miss the days where CSK and MI would dominate, trading trophies one year after another, and then you'd have the odd SRH / Deccan Chargers or
Dude,
Kolkata coming in.
we're talking about beautiful women owners bringing in energy, and you're going.
Kasi
Are you?
Vishwanathan, Kasi Vishwanathan.
Kasi
Yeah,
Vishwanathan.
good for you. If you like him, great.
Please.
Like if you have a thing for old men, then
So yeah.
or Akash Ambani, whoever you prefer.
So yeah, that said, I think that's how we end this whole conversation on beautiful owners because Trina decided, okay, these uncles are getting very giddy talking
Let's
about.
bring some uncles into the
Manjunath,
mix.
yeah, Manjunath also echoes me. He says that Gayatri Reddy hands down. There's one interesting question that that basically came
Kavya Maran
in
never
the
seems like she's happy. She always seems like, I mean, I don't know her from Adam. I don't know what she's like. I don't see any of her social media stuff. But it just feels like she's always depressed. I don't know.
Oh, is it okay?
I
Are
don't
you a
Yeah,
feel
face
Sunrise
reader
is fun,
also?
man. They're a very
whenever I
depressed
see of her
bunch.
matches, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's what is appearing, right?
Okay,
Okay, let's
this
take
question
this
that's
question
coming
from
from a
Bhargav
team
Sunny.
in red. Yeah, it's from Bhargav Sunny. I've
Uh,
had this discussion every day with a close friend of mine who's an RCB fan who traveled with me last year for the RCB Punjab game at the Namo Stadium. And he every day asks, "What the fuck is what are we doing with Romario Shepherd? Can't we get Bethel in the middle order? Why do we need Romario?" And
Is
this
salt
is the
free
question
first?
here.
This is the last.
Salt has no. Salt has flown back to England after taking a scan for his fracture or something. So he's out for the rest of the season. Salt
He's
is
out.
not
He's
going to
out.
play.
So
Yeah,
Jacob
he's
it
out.
is. Okay. What I've heard is Venki Iyer as opener, um, and Cox comes in. I actually think Cox has a higher ceiling than Jacob Bethel. I've seen a bit of him in the 100 last year, and he's quite something. He's that little chota packet dynamite kind of guy.
Yeah,
So if
like
he comes in,
James Taylor, height
yeah,
wise.
he's a little fellow as far as I remember, but
Yeah.
he smacks them quite So I think that could also look at rejuvenating them because he's a wicket keeper. So basically Jacob Bethel and Jitesh go out, and um, Cox comes in with I don't know now. Then there because Venki is already in this 12, so he moves up, I guess.
You don't have. You only have one. You only have three foreigners here, and two.
So perhaps
Do you
even Jacob Bethel could still stay in there.
no? Do you want Duff? Would you like Duffy and do you want Duffy
Who
and
else
Hazelwood
are
in the
you
same team,
wondering?
or what
Duffy
would
and
you?
Hazelwood.
No, that's because Romario is not here. No,
Yeah, so you can
yeah.
fit in either Cox at the top or push in.
Cox plays a middle. Cox is a middle order player. He's a Livingston-ish kind of batter.
No, I mean, would you
Actually,
rather have Cox to strengthen the batting, or how would you use that overseas slot if you were RCB, considering Jitesh's loss of form?
And there are only 5 bowlers here, so I would look at actually bolstering the bowling a bit. It seems like a decent batting lineup.
You have 5
But tell me one thing, the
plus.
case for Romario Shepherd. Now, do you still want to play somebody like Romario Shepherd who you're not trusting with the bowling? You're giving him one max 2 overs, and you want him to come prop up your batting at number 7, number 8. Is there a case for Romario Shepherd to play? I think that's the first question that probably he was asking Bhargav.
Would Cox is probably a good replacement for him, right? But the problem is he does give you he's giving you at least an over and a half per game, and Duffy can't bat and Cox can't bowl, which is a problem, right? Krunal is your all rounder, but they seem to want at least 2 of those in their side. According to Instagram scout report, Cox is going to play, so probably a straight swap, right? Bethel stays at the top. Cox comes in for Jitesh. Romario goes out for Venki. That's probably the most logical course of action, right? And then keep the bowling as it
No,
is.
look, so let's from this 12, it is 11. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, this is 12 without Romario.
Just 12.
This is
Keep
12 without
Jitesh out, bring Cox in. One keeper for
Mhm.
another.
Yeah.
Venki has been batting well. Keep him there. He seems to have upped his power game. He's going hammer and tongs at the end, and he's pulled him out of more than one sticky situation. So that, yeah, it's probably just that, right? One mid-season change. I think they're good other than that. Bhargav, to answer your question, I don't think they have too many problems here. They're probably a top 2, top 3 side at worst.
But that still is just 5 bowlers.
Which is
Rasik,
Bhuvi.
Suyash, Hoff, Bhuvi, Krunal.
But they were always 5 bowlers. I mean, how much did you
No,
count?
Romario was the 6th bowler.
Romario was
Romario-
6. Yeah, he would give like 1
There
or
was
2.
you would get that buffer in, no, somewhere.
Hmm,
I mean, he did bowl 3 overs against DC on that 75.
true, but Krunal is with Krunal as your 5th bowler. Then Cox goes out and
I am in favor of Jacob Bethel going out and
then who opens? Venki?
Cox
Duffy
coming
comes
in,
in.
Jordan.
Venki Iyer goes up to open.
I
But then
mean,
you don't need Cox then, right?
No, Cox is a
Or
middle
Cox
order
bats
player.
low.
He's a finisher. Him, David, and Krunal then become effectively the finishers.
Yeah, David looks like he needs some help. He hasn't had the best couple of games.
So you have effectively your Venkatesh Iyer, Virat Kohli, Devdutt Padikkal, Rajat Patidar as your top 4. That's a fairly solid-ish top 4. It's not a hit and miss kind of top 4, right? You need good balls to get them out, kind of batters.
True.
Then followed that up with Tim David, Cox, and Krunal.
Okay, in this
That's
level,
7 batters.
you're forgetting that if you want the Romario Shepherd level buffer, Bethel is
See, Romario
bowls-
Shepherd is their only second all rounder, right? Every team likes 2 all rounders in their mates. In the
Bethel
12.
counts as an all-rounder, assuming he
But-
plays.
technically
so does
David
Venki-
can as well,
Venki-
but
Venki Iyer, David has bowled in fact in
Bethel's
some
bowled
games.
test level, man. He's serviceable. I think you can squeeze 1 over out of him in case you need it that badly. I mean, if you're in a situation that you need a 6th bowler to bowl an over that badly, I think Bethel can cover that. Or Venki even. I mean, what happened to Venki, the all-rounder?
I don't think people are able to trust him as an all-rounder. Right? It's like Venki and Dubey were like, replacements for each other in the 23-24 cycle. So I don't think teams are still. I haven't seen Venki Iyer bowled in a long time.
Yeah, I think the impact player killed his bowling off once and for all. But if RCB wants to line up like this, with such a deep batting, then they might have to turn to an option like Venki or Jacob, or teams in the future that do line up like this, where their 5th bowler is effectively an all-rounder and then bowling cuts off after that. Batting heavy sides per se. You'll need your
So
Jacob Bethels.
all
Venki
teams
Iyers.
like 6 batters, 2 all rounders, and 4 bowlers, right? So which allows them 6 batters and 6 bowling options in their 12, right? So which is why Romario Shepherd keeps coming back at 8, because Krunal and him make the 7 and 8, right? And then 4 bowlers. But none of them, I mean, apart from Bhuvi, none of the bowlers can really bat. They're all specialist number 11s.
Right.
So, but I feel that moving Venki Iyer to the top and having Devdutt Padikkal and Patidar at 3 and 4 makes that top four very solid that you only then need seven batters. I feel
Okay, but then
it's a reliable batting order.
so you're saying bring in
Reliable.
Jacob Duffy for Jacob Bethel if Venki goes to the top.
What
Yeah,
about
I mean,
Mayank
I would.
Agarwal opening?
Oh no,
Is
no,
Mayank in the squad?
he
So
was there last year.
no, no, I heard that there is some talk about getting. It's not maybe confirmed reports as yet. There is some talk about, if this guy is gone. Apparently, within the RCB groups, somebody was saying that Mayank could come as a replacement, and
For
that would
whom?
mean for Phil Salt, and that would mean an
Yes.
Indian opener comes in. Nothing else changes, but then the Virat Kohli is also successful because Salt is playing in a certain way. Because
Yeah.
Virat is the same. If let's say Virat then has is going at 130, 140, when the
He's
onus
not
falls,
actually. To be
he's
fair,
going
he's
at
not.
150 plus.
Yeah, that's the.
Yeah, and if Duffy comes in, this is a part of it we haven't addressed yet. If Duffy comes in, he's a specialist power play bowler, right? You're effectively taking away an over or two of Hoff and Bhuvi at the top. That
See,
also
Virat
means
is
they can bowl
going.
in the
Sorry,
end.
just to come
Yeah,
back to the earlier point. Virat's going at an average of 50, nearly 55, and a strike rate of 165. So I think he doesn't need another. I mean, if at all, Venki Iyer, Mayank Agarwal if they match him with their strike rates, they could be okay. Because Padikal and Patidar are also, which is why I'm saying the four of them together, I think combine for a 180 strike rate, right? Which takes them deep enough. So if you look at them, these four batting out 12 to 15 overs, and then the finishers coming in, they could be in for a 200 plus score every time.
yeah.
And that bowling lineup can definitely defend what their batters can deliver
Right. Right.
with Duffy in there.
Duffy again, very top oriented bowler, right? Is he a better power play bowler than Hazelwood and Bhuvi?
I mean, they go to Rasik very soon because they don't bowl, except for that one exception against Delhi. I think they don't bowl the Hoff and Bhuvi for 6 overs, right? They bowl
Yeah,
them for 2 overs each, and then Duffy gets the other two. So then Rasik can be put further down.
fair enough. And then Suyesh is also his entry points also delayed, so that could be the way for them. But seven batsmen is also stretching it a little thin, don't you think? I mean, well, Rabada and Siraj on a tear could sort them out.
Yeah, but at the end of it, how many times does the number 8 win a game for you? Right? I don't think that happens. Honestly, you can have a cameo coming in from the number 8, but this season I don't remember a number 8 coming in, winning a game or having histrionics at number 8.
Hmm.
I think at the most
Fair
it's your
enough.
net run rate. In a bad loss, it will make the loss, not so bad. Your number 8 or number 9 impact player coming in at like Venki Iyer is basically to reduce your margin of defeat. So I think that's probably where it is. Yeah, I
But
think RCB is incredible.
Jacob Bethel is not showing runs, right? I
Yeah,
think he's had four
Yeah.
opportunities or three, and he's
four.
not looking like going to make runs. Like he's looking out of sorts. So wouldn't you rather put somebody one? I mean, get Devdutt Padikkal up top there.
And Padikkal is what is it? Power play middle overs basher. He's doing well. Yeah, that's an opportunity to just play Padikkal along with Kohli. That's their 2020-21 opening combination, right?
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
what I'm
it is.
hearing, Venki Iyer, not a bad option. Venki Iyer was best when he opened for KKR. Those were his best years till KKR decided to fuck with his position. So I think trying. This is the time to experiment and figuring out what your. If Salt is not coming back, then you have to settle in for the end.
So yeah, that was on RCB, and RCB are playing. When is their next game? They're playing
I think
Tomorrow,
SG
LSG.
tomorrow.
tomorrow, LSG.
Tomorrow, yeah.
So we've already transitioned into the game without,
So
technical.
tomorrow is the probably their best time to experiment, considering they're playing
Yeah.
LSG.
You know what? Tomorrow is also the best time they can screw CSK over by bringing someone random in form. They'll win the game, but like someone like Nicky Puran will like again hit like a huge innings. Maybe even Mitch Marsh or Himmat Singh can also like hit like at 200 or 250 something, and they just bring him back in form in time for the CSK game. That is like the most RCB thing I can see happening right now.
Hey, but you've seen that, right? Conditions in Lucknow are different. You can't have your 180 strike rate. Your highest first inning score has been 164. 155 produced a tie, and
Defend it, yeah.
159 has been defended. So it's a very different wicket to bat there.
It's also pretty large, right? Ekana. It's also like relatively large compared to other stadiums.
Somebody, I think Steve Boy was asking, have you guys been to Akana? No, we haven't. But
I have
I
been
don't
on a
know.
non-match league. I think didn't I talk about it here only sometime? Didn't
For
Steve
food
ask this
options,
question?
No, yeah, you did. He did. He
Yeah,
did. Yeah.
that time. Yeah, that MI already brought Puran and Marsh into form. I think we leave RCB to bring Pant and who else is left?
Pant and Makram
Pant and
Badoni if he
Marshall.
plays. Himmat Singh.
so
Yeah, and
they'll go
then
with Mitch Marsh, Josh Inglis to open, Puran at 3, Pant at 4, Markram at 5, and I don't know, 6, Himmat Singh or
why do why do they need Himmat Singh at
Mukul.
7 and Makram at 6? Why is that
Mukul
a
is gone.
thing?
There's another guy, right? Akshat
Yeah,
Raghuvanshi.
Mukul's
Did he
gone.
play?
Ayush Badoni was there, who was their finisher last year and has been for a while.
He's gone.
He's gone as well.
Mukul
Harrison is
Chaudhary.
opening now. He's gone.
Mukul Chaudhary, Mukul
Mukul,
Yadav.
yeah.
What's his name? Mukul Yadav.
Abdul Samad. Abdul Samad
Abdul
is in that
Saman
squad.
tried and
All gone.
discarded.
Mukul is also gone. Himmat, you've Nirav, you've seen Himmat play before apparently in Red Ball. Or something.
I've seen him in a domestic Ranji Trophy game.
Yeah,
Classic,
and
quite a classically sound batsman. I mean, yes, I know he scored some fast runs in the game, but I still won't count him as a finisher. Maybe LSG is
he probably bats top of the order, right? At best, if he
he's
does
a
get it.
number 4 for
Yeah.
his Ranji Trophy team.
And he batted at 7 for an IPL side. I mean, no disrespect to him, but when you have a specialist finisher like Samad, Mukul Chaudhary, and whoever
But they're
else,
not doing well, right? They've lost confidence in them. No? Samad got 5 games. Did
true, but
did bugger all. Right?
40 of
Dhoni,
31 is
Badoni went up and down. I mean, I think Badoni batted at every spot.
yeah.
Correct?
But yeah, Badoni had a string of games
Opener.
finishing,
I think yeah,
opening,
Badani
and
made his
then
opener like a few games, like one or
yeah,
two games.
he's batted everywhere basically. So is Makram, who went from opener to 5 and then yesterday number 6.
Okay, so let's go through
their
this then.
batting
Let's
is-
go through their finisher
Yeah.
options. Abdul Samad this season, 5 games, average 14 and a half, strike rate 110. Not somebody you'd want, right? Next. Ayush Badoni this season, 8 games, average 21.5, strike rate 140.
Some of that was opening though, and he was
He got
pretty
0 as
shit
an
at
opener.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I think he
About
got
40
out
his
like
average too.
very early.
He got 2 or 3 games opening, and he averaged like 2
No,
or
no,
3.
one game. Yeah. One game he opened and then they brought back.
He got run out
Sure.
in that one game.
Okay. Mukul Chaudhary, 8 games, average 31.2, strike rate 145. But I think, well, actually, yeah, so he scored runs apart from that 54 number. So that's just not a whole string is average and strike rate that is. Himmat Singh. Himmat Singh has played 4 games, averaging 37.5 at a strike rate of 131. 4 fours, 4 sixes in his 4 innings. So I don't know, man. It's a case of 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. I definitely they move beyond Abdul Samad.
No, but
I
the thing is,
think they might as well just try Pant as a finisher.
no, their top 7 are all not specialists,
Number
but they're
one.
all well suited
Specialist
to bat in
openers.
top 4. Yeah, special. Yeah, so
Yeah.
this is like very Australian minded, right? Your best 7 batters slot in wherever they do, and then they'll figure it out, which is really
Which is
really
what
stupid.
happened in the game against MI, right? Last time, a couple of nights back. Their first 5 went so hard, got out. They were 140 for 3 and 165 for 5 in 12 overs. Then the remaining 8 overs, they couldn't get even 80 runs. It'll happen, right? If they don't have finishers.
Yeah, and also they got a very lucky break when Himmat Singh lost his wicket, but he was given no ball on that. I think Bumrah was no ball
Right,
on
right, right.
Himmat Singh's wicket. So had Himmat Singh not stayed on, it could have been much worse for Lucknow as well.
Yeah, and Nirav, me, and Karthik have slandered JL on this pod quite a few times. So let's go back to that. Do you think he's had this philosophy with the test team? You know, you slot your best 7 batsmen, and from that you choose your keeper and you choose your captain there. Do you think he's doing that with this Lucknow team right now? Because these guys on talent, the top 7 that we saw last game, are probably their best batsmen, but their role is very poorly defined, or they're not suited to that role in particular. So do you think he's doing that again here with Lucknow?
I don't agree with you. As a coach for Australia, he never gets to select the team. So he's given
The
a
head,
team,
no, the
and
head
then
coach and the head for Australia, the head coach and captain are selectors,
yeah.
are
But see,
permanent selectors on the board.
through no, he doesn't select the squad. They select only touring 11s or playing 11s. Sorry. So
Yeah, from
I mean,
that
obviously,
he
coach and
chooses the
captain.
best batsman, right?
Well,
Best
so
6 best 7.
I see. In most Test teams, especially like Australia, in a 7-8 year period, they don't see that much churn. It's not like you're making wholesale 4 in 4 out the way you can do in an IPL game. So largely, he had 2 openers. He always struggled to find. I mean, for 10 years, they've struggled to find their second opener. Once in a while, they've had. I mean, there was a very short period where both Warner and
Chris
Khwaja were in the
Rogers.
same. Well, Chris Rogers was what, 2014, man. Since then, it's
12. Oh
been,
my God, 12 years ago.
yeah, 12 years ago, right? So there was only one short period where Khwaja and Warner were openers together. Otherwise, they always had a problem of one opener. They still do. And 3, 4, 5, 6 was always pretty much slotted out. They had an option of, various times Mitch Marsh, Bo Webster, some good all rounder, Cameron Green. So they never had that, and the 7 was always a great wicketkeeper batter. So the rest of the and
Does
their
Payne qualify as a great wicketkeeper batter? I ask you.
yeah, he was a great wicket. He was a good wicketkeeper batter. He
Wicketkeeper, yeah, batter.
did all right. I mean, not. I mean, he was a reliable back. I mean, he scored runs against India, so he counts as good. No, the point is that that's a different way of looking at it. Australian Test team operates in a very different way. Here, I don't know. His problem is that he doesn't have anybody else to go to. Like, whoever he. So there are teams which get it right. Their first 11 they pick, and that team delivers. Right? RCB's had that. They did not have to. I mean, we are deciding whether Romario Shepherd. Let me pull out his stats now for the season, and let's see whether he's actually done a bad job, or we're just having a problem of plenty. So what do we change? Right? We discussed Romario Shepherd. What has he done in this season as a batter? He's played in 9 matches so far. Averages 18.61 and 67 at an strike rate of 140. Not too many runs to talk about. So 50. So he's probably played only 4 innings, right? But each of the LSG people he's given a problem chance to, they're not doing well. Markram has not done well opening, so you change that. They tried Pant as an opener, he didn't do anything. I don't know. I don't know what they do. Where do they go
It's
from
at
here?
some point you have to back the talent you have, right? I mean, if you were to take this team on paper, the top 4 is stacked like most of the teams. But why would you chop and change it so much? Markram had 4 or 5 games opening.
I think they had the same team for the first 5. They just changed one of the games Pant opened in that, right? But effectively,
Yeah.
it was the same top 5. It was Markram, Marsh, Pant, Puran, Badoni, Samath. That was the top 6. It was the same, right? It didn't work after 6 times. So then
Yeah,
they have to make a change.
but
And
none of
nothing
them
else is
made
working.
runs. At least one of
Yeah,
them
so,
should be making runs.
so there's a problem of lack of talent, no?
But these guys
Or
all
lack
made
of
runs
form.
last year in the same positions. Markram had a good season. Marsh had a good season. Puran had
Yeah,
an
so
all-time season, batting in those
great.
same
I accept.
positions.
No, you're saying my point only. I'm saying they're out of form. They're not making runs. Bumrah had a great
Yep.
season last year, right? He's
Yeah.
shit this year. Everybody's hitting for 4. Himmat Singh hit him for 4 and a 6. So, you know, it happens, right? What do you do when your best resources aren't good enough
I don't know,
on
man.
the
How
day?
often is it? How often is it you see players of this quality all being out of form at the same time? Is it
Oh, it
something
happens.
inside?
It happens. It's happened to
Mumbai
CSK
Indians take
all of last
yeah.
season.
No, but we had shit players last season.
Oh,
Where
hold on,
is
hold on,
No,
hold on.
Nicholas? No, no,
no,
no. Where
no,
is Nicholas
no, no.
Puran and where is Deepak Hooda?
Who said you had shit players last season?
Deepak
I
Hooda,
think they
Rahul
just went through
Tripathi,
bad. No, hold on.
Sheikh
Rahul
Rashid.
Tripathi is a high intent player, 21-22, got selected for India on great form for either SRH or for Kolkata Knight Riders. It's not like these are bad players. In fact, Vijay Shankar
Hooda
for
was on
Gujarat Titans,
Hooda was on Lucknow's
Deepak.
bench before he made the first 11. Vijay Shankar had an okay season for Gujarat the year before. And Rahul Tripathi was also on somebody's bench the year before. I don't quite remember who.
So
He was in
CSK has a way
SRH.
of CSK picked Ashish Nehra out of nowhere in 2015. Okay, he turned out to get an India selection call up. I remember CSK has also had these kind of choices that they make. Sometimes they're able to
Manpreet
give the
Goni played for
environment.
India.
Yeah, Manpreet Goni played for India. So
Avesh Khan's played for India.
Yeah,
yeah, and I actually like
Abhishek
Vijay
Peak
Shankar.
was very good.
At
So it's
peak,
not
yeah.
like we picked bad players. Sometimes because it's CSK and we had a bad season, it's very easy to say we had shit players. Of course, the players were
Okay, okay.
not in form together.
No, no. My point is, okay, fine. They can be good players, but there is still a significant difference between the quality of a guy like Nicholas Puran and a guy like Deepak Hooda. Is all I'm trying to say. Whether shit player or not, there is still a big difference
You
in
have a
T20.
higher ceiling with Nicholas Puran. You have a higher ceiling with Nicholas
He has
Puran.
way better numbers as well. He was
Correct.
averaging 45 with a strike rate
What
of
numbers
190
like?
or something.
Acha, okay. I thought
I,
you were
I think
talking
he
about
had a
dollars
500,
and
600 runs season last year at
That
the
too, but
IPL. And sometimes you just
I,
go out of form and it happens. It could be the team environment also, right? The way,
yeah.
because
yeah,
I saw
exactly.
this recent comment by Mark Wood. Apparently, the LSG team owner called him up before a game and said, I will fly you wherever you have to be
You say
flown.
that. You have to say a certain team owner.
certain team
Certain
owner,
team.
yeah, certain
Yeah.
team owner. Otherwise, legal repercussions.
Uh, certain
Yeah.
team owner, yes. Please go on, Karthik.
Yeah, but I'm just surprised at the level of involvement a particular owner has to basically go say these things directly. Because all an owner should be doing is to speak to their support staff, and
What did he say?
he basically called Mark Wood and said that, "Are you
Mark Wood,
good?"
okay. Context. Mark Wood was injured or very ill, bedridden, in hospital. He said, "You play tomorrow's game. I will send my private plane. You fly there, play the game, and I'll fly you back to the hospital
That
or whatever."
is,
Where he was
yeah,
injured.
that is just.
It reminds me of IT project managers who would come and say, "What? Getting a kit takes 9 months. Can we please reduce it to 6 months or 5 months? I'll give you more resources."
Yeah,
Oh
I
boy.
think this is the thing with that certain
You
team
know
owner.
what Mark Wood should do, no, is actually do a follow up and say, on that day I took 5 wickets. Right? That would just break the internet.
Yeah. Or
Because
imagine
he
if he
did that,
says
right?
on the.
He missed a game, played a game and took 5 wickets and missed the next 2 games. So that happened, I think, 2 years back or whenever he was that one season he was with a certain team.
23.
I,
I think
I still
23,
remember
yeah.
that Dhoni,
He was purple
that
cap for a while.
six, that six in Chepauk, right? Dhoni hit Mark Wood for a couple of sixes.
That ended up being the
That,
difference, no, against
Yeah, yeah.
LSG
Those
because
three sixes and we won by 18 runs. Yeah, yeah. I remember that match. That was when Dhoni had shifted to specialist number 9.
and that was like they returned at Chapok after
Karthik, you
after
complain
the.
about Bangalore traffic?
I think
Why?
I
What's
didn't
there to
complain.
complain?
It's something
I
you
would
get
be
to just.
surprised if we didn't complain about Bangalore traffic. It is normal to complain about Bangalore traffic than it is not to. I won't lie.
I think today I took a flyover, and when I took the flyover, it's a new flyover that they put from HSR layout to Jayanagar, and whatever. So there is no traffic at Silk Board now. So you basically now have traffic all over the flyover. So people can actually breeze through Silk Board and get across the other side. So I was basically commenting on that. They've just moved the traffic.
Your Twitter posts seem to be really interesting and getting us quite a few views. Okay, let's go on to today's game. Finally.
Oh, we forgotten today's game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Today's game, we have
Forgot about
completely
everything
forgot.
but today's game. Or should I say?
Which one? The Punjab one?
Yeah,
Sunrisers one.
Yeah,
yeah, the Sunrisers one.
no, no,
Yeah.
the
Oh,
openers got
sorry.
out, right?
This is not
That has
completely
Punjab.
double
understood.
table.
What do you think? How many times have we seen teams employ the short ball to Priyan Sharia? Not very often, right? They just pitch it up or bowl it on length and hope for the best. Cummins actively tried to bowl the short ball to him, and he was, Arya was out in the first over, right?
Of course, when you get international level players to come and bowl, and somebody like Pat Cummins is very experienced. So yeah, it's this is the real test for batters like our Ishan Kishan or I know Ishan Kishan is Sunrisers, but I'm just saying you have this now crop of 5-6 openers who bat at 200 plus strike rate. While they're able to do this on flat wickets and standardized bowlers, to go do this against higher quality bowlers is probably their evolution also, as they try to find spaces for India. But yes, Pat Cummins is the best of what you would otherwise get.
Pat Cummins has been known to bowl a nasty bounce as well, but the last time he clocked 150 plus was, I don't know, 8, 10 years ago. So the fact that he got somebody out bounce, that he got a T20 guy out bouncing them is quite interesting. The top three as well, right? Not top three is per se. Shreyas and the two openers, they were all out pretty quickly, with not much resistance. Prab and Shreyas just they tonked out to NKR and Saqib Hussain, if I'm not mistaken. No, I'm sorry, Ishan Malinga. Yeah. So it seemed to be they seem to have a plan of attack. Sunrisers, Cummins is very very data driven, and we're seeing that once again from him. And Sunrisers, they have set plans for everybody and they're executing it. I, as much as I don't think it's going to be a repeat of 2018, I do think SRH is vying for that top spot. I don't think they're satisfied with qualification. And
Well, I think they're trying. They definitely have seen an upswing since the time they beat CSK on that one fateful Saturday night, and after that
yeah,
they've just been on a roll. I think they won 5 games and they lost their last game, didn't they?
yeah,
Versus Kolkata.
Yeah,
yeah. The only one they lost one to Kolkata. Uh, yeah,
and
after
before
that,
that,
I
I
don't think they
think
lost anything. They won everything from there, including
yeah.
this one. They lost three at the start. Then they beat CSK and went on a winning spree. And then Kolkata, Narayan and Chakravarti just bamboozled them. And then, yeah, they've come back and beat former table toppers Punjab.
I like how you say Narayanan. It's a very Tamil way of saying, hey, Narayanan. Nareen, Nareen.
Yeah, I always thought it was. Yeah, his name
It's
is an
like
interesting one.
appropriate. I mean, it's just like the anglicized version of Narayan. So
It is, and it has a certain ring to it. Because these are all Indians who, went there as slaves, back to Africa. And from
yeah,
Africa, they were just sent to the Caribbeans. And they
Yeah,
stayed
man,
there.
we're all brothers. Besides the 6'8" guys who would bowl bouncers at our throats, those guys are scary as hell.
I mean, there is also Nicholas. Speaking of Nicholas Puran in this topic, there's like, I just remember everyone was like getting shocked when they found out Nicholas Puran is having Bihari ancestry, and it's like, yeah,
What he
yeah.
does? Oh my god! Andy
I mean,
V, our resident Andy Flower, back in the house. So Arya strikes at 100 when he bowl length at the stumps. Okay, and nobody's tried that
Whoa.
out against him. Isn't that odd? I mean, he's been here for 2, 3 years. This is second or third season, and no one's really found that out yet.
yeah. I have some stats actually. So Priyacharya pretty much averages strikes at over 200, oftentimes over 250 or more against fast, medium pace, and spin. His his strike rate against fast bowlers is 122.2. His strike rate.
Hmm.
So that is one we
Okay.
can like
Wait, I
yeah.
didn't understand this. I didn't understand. So where is the 250 coming from then?
So now I'm saying in terms of different bowlers. So fast, medium, he strikes
Where do
between
you get
200.
that? Where do you get that stat from?
It's like a site called Advanced Cricket. I'll
So you're
it
saying
screens.
if it fast medium, as in the guys over 130 or the ones below 130?
I'll just like screen send in the screen like the I'll put to start up front.
because it depends
I
on
don't
how
know.
you are tagging a bowler in terms of is he fast medium? Somebody like Arshdeep would be fast medium or would not be fast. It depends on who's tagging that, and
Yeah,
that
that's
data
what.
will.
Yeah,
So which is why I would never, rely on these subjective data parts to bring that as a stat. But I know how the data is tagged in the backend systems, so you'll have to be a little more careful with
specific.
respect to what data you bring. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fair, fair, fair.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
so I think that said, we are at a point in the place where we've got 48 people. We're inching towards 50. Looks like already we're preparing for the LSG RCB game because we're scoring lower runs today. This is not a pitch that's easy to bat on. Yesterday, I think we were able to get to what 70 people on the stream.
81, I
Uh,
think we're peaking
86.
at.
we were peaking at
81.
81, and I think earlier in the week we had a 160 or a 170. But I think from the weekend we've got lower numbers. As soon as people heard that IPL viewership is going down, it started going down here too. But yes, so
Well,
let's very quickly.
we couldn't coerce the Preeti Zinta and Kavya Maran fans to come on here, could we?
That discussion would have
I
probably
think
been
that's
a
why
bit
our
more.
viewership is down tonight.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Maybe we can actually get a fan representative from each of the fan armies. Let me try and see if I can speak to people. I know the SRH fan army guy. I know the CSK fan army guy. They're all there on the long rope army group. So we can
They're
really
probably at the
actually try and
stadium.
get on a non-SRH day, like a preview kind of a thing. Yes, they're at the
Yeah.
stadium always.
A round of predictions for tomorrow, guys. We'll start with Karthik.
I am going to go for LSG beating RCB. They'll find their combination somehow tomorrow. RCB will bat first, struggle. LSG would chase it. Again, struggle. Somebody will find form, score at 50. So I'm going to go with RCB batting first, LSG chasing and winning it, and Goenka Saab back on TV.
He will
And
be on
Neerav?
TV irrespective. He'll have
Back
his
on TV
little
happily. Happily.
Krishna on his little
Is there
his
like
little picture with
landless?
Krishna. Little playing card he has of, I think it's Krishna only, I think. And he holds that and prays to him.
You will do that,
Yeah,
and I expect
I have only one expectation is Super Over.
is
Super Over.
Super over.
That's all I
because
want.
it's
Yeah,
LSG.
Neerav
That's all
wants
I
a
want.
super over desperately. He's like,
Yeah, I can't get into a game without it, man. Now it seems like I'm I have glazed eyes while watching even 15 minutes of a game nowadays.
To be fair, they're boring as hell. Dorian, what
I
about
mean,
you?
a super over will also help our viewers. But like prediction wise, but I am, you know what? I'm actually gonna say RCB on this one, and I'm like extremely scared because looking at how uh, LSG are like performing the past few games, and they're on a very horrid run of form. This could be another TC type match where RCB will like just wreak havoc amongst the LSG batting lineup. I won't say they will go below 49, but we will still see probably a score in the high double digits. Oh, but yeah, it's gonna be RCB, and it's gonna be a very huge. It's gonna be a very huge defeat for LSG.
I don't think it'll be that big. They have all the LSG Seamers are pretty good at home, but nevertheless, I'm pretty sure it's going to be RCB. I mean, they're table, the third in the
No,
table for a
no.
reason.
99% of times RCB will win. They have the strongest team. They are
Yeah.
right now, leading the points table. Not the exact
No, no,
absolute
true.
points table, but yeah, but I think they're the
They
top
could
team.
tomorrow. They could
Yeah,
tomorrow.
they're 12 points from 9 games. The rest of these guys, SRH is 14 from 11 games. So RCB could, eventually, because they play far lesser games, if they play their quota of 11 games, they'll probably be far higher. But I'm thinking it'll be good for RCB to have a loss so that they are also able to understand their combinations. And when a loss comes against a lower ranked side, they will start to pay attention to what are the weaker points. But I still don't understand why do they keep bowling Romario Shepherd? Do they need him really? Instead of actually saving NRR, he's been given away NRR. That 75 all out versus Delhi, I thought if they had not bowled Romario Shepherd, they could have got the game dusted far, far, far quicker.
Yeah, and it's okay. So two of us are going for RCB. The Gen Z guys are going for RCB. Um, one one wise old person is going for Lucknow, and the fun person in this group is going for the Super Over.
So yeah, I think that's where we have. We're 75 minutes into the podcast. We're at 47. Looks like
Neerav, I
we're
think you're
not going to be
muted.
hitting 50. Sorry,
No, is Neerav muted?
I don't
I
know.
think
Neerav is
Sorry,
not
I'm saying
muted.
if LSG wins, the points table again doesn't change. That will be 5 out of 6 days.
Wow.
Neera would like to always bring up that fact. That I was like,
It's ridiculous, man. This never happens.
This never
Every
should
to,
happen.
at this point of the tournament, every game affects 2 3 teams. Right now, it's like LSG RCB game is happening. It doesn't affect any of the other teams.
True,
That's all.
true.
but
I mean, it's
if
not giving.
RCB win, if
None of
RCB
the
win,
other
they go
teams are tuning
first.
in to watch it. No wonder the viewership is down.
Yeah,
Because earlier in the tournament, when there was still a 3 3 4 4 games, when the table was a little bit of a you know well, it was a jumble and people are still figuring out where they stand. Every match, the other fans were also watching.
yeah,
It's
true.
reached that point,
See
right?
Yeah, true.
whether
Yeah.
yeah. No, but tomorrow could be vital because if RCB win, they go first. Their net run rate is really, really good, and they do have a game in hand, so they will
But it, but
jump
you see, it
SRH.
doesn't really bother SRH, PBKS, RR, GTs, CSK, DC, KKR, MILFG. What happens to RCB right now?
True, and
It doesn't
but this is
because
probably that.
at this point you're all only relying on your own performances. So your own, it's not reached the point where another result is affecting your chances. That's because of the table separation. Like there's clear top four में आपस में बांट लेंगे ना top four. It's not like one top four result against a bottom four will impact the mid-table guys.
Yeah,
So
that's not going to help a CSK or GT or
it
DC.
doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah, fair enough. On
Yeah.
that note, shall we
That's
wrap up
it.
for the night, guys?
Yes, we're out of time, and we will wrap up. Thanks to all the 50 people, and as on that note, we've just hit 50. Thanks to all the 50 people who stayed up on the stream. If you're not yet subscribed on our YouTube and Instagram, we are Cow Corner Dugout on those channels, and we look forward to your company again tomorrow. Looks like we have this thing where we like staying up slightly earlier instead of starting at 11. We're now started at 10:30 and 10:40. So yeah, so looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. And again, we might do this slightly earlier as we do the watch along with you guys. So yeah, that's it from us. Look forward to your company again tomorrow. See you tomorrow night.
Bye bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye bye.